Hey guys, a couple things to talk about today. Firstly, you can see I've got the Sanoderm off now, and I can actually show off what I got done the other day. See the last bit of the roses back there, been taken out, and we've got to do a little bit of blending above that eye there to make it a little softer, a little smoother. But that's what I got done here Wednesday. I couldn't really show off the video after the fact because it was all wrapped up and stiff and weird, um, as I usually am Wednesdays. Anyway, I had posted the video of me getting tattooed Wednesday to Instagram, and it did really well. But anytime you do really well, you get lots of weird comments and just comments in general. So a big part of it was lots of people were pleading with me. Why would you be blacking out your back now? Are you crazy? You got quite the stamina for this, someone said. Yeah, blacked out your arms, blacked out your throat, you're blacking out parts of your shoulders and stuff. Now you're gonna black out your back too? Like, what are you, crazy? I love your back tattoo. I'm like, no, I don't know how many times I had to tell people I'm not blacking out my back, okay? The back is just about a blackout project already. It's basically just Blackwork back there. I mean, there's some gray, but it's almost all just black ink and negative. So fear not, anyone who's watching this. I'm going to do a post on Instagram today about it too because it caused such a stir. I got inboxes, comments, everything. I'm not blacking out my back. I have no plans to do that. I'm pretty comfortable with it the way it is. I might darken up a few elements, but that's the same as my front. Just where some shading needs to be fixed up or a little darker than it is. But I'm not planning on blacking out any of the core elements of my front either. The roses, though, on my mantle here, shoulders and neck, I kind of always considered those sort of like filler anyway. So the black is just filler. Like, for example, this guy here is never going anywhere. But these roses they may be gone within a few weeks. But the chest here, and people who know my Instagram could see it all. I'm not going to show that all off right now. I have a bodysuit video. The eye and this chest piece here, and like my negative space moon and this eye here and like spawn here and like probably even some red around spawn is all gonna stay. They're not all getting blacked out. I've got like a bat on my stomach and like a whole bunch of tentacles and stuff. None of that's getting blacked out. That's all just gonna get touched up eventually. But yeah, that's not planned on being blacked out. So I wasn't surprised to get some reaction about it and some concern. Like a little bit was whatever, but it just kind of kept coming. Like I even had one person just comment emojis, like crying face emojis, like 15 of them in a row, and then I'm pretty sure they unfollowed me. I'm like, okay, like I don't know how many times I'm going to explain this, but we were working. Sometimes when you're getting tattooed and you're getting your shoulders done, it's easier to go from the back. So it looked like, I guess to some people, like I was gonna take out the eyes on my back here. I don't know if you can see them or not. But yeah, these eyes, people thought were gonna get blacked out today or that day. Well, they're not blacked out. They're still there, and I wouldn't black them out. They're some of the coolest parts of that back tattoo. Anyway, moving on to some other things. I've got a magazine I'm going to be featured in soon. It's called Gothic Magazine. I guess it's German. I've never really considered myself a model necessarily, so I don't pursue these sorts of things. But I've had a few offers come my way over the years, and this one is the first time I'm going to take it, just because it seems a little more legit. So that's interesting. I've got to do up a write up on why I do what I do and difficulties I've had and different points when this has meant more to me and what's inspired it and all that kind of stuff. They're gonna do they want a few really nice photos, and I'm gonna get a copy of the magazine and all that, so that should be interesting. It's all in German, so I'll need someone well, thankfully my wife's family is all German speaking and reading, so they'll be able to tell me what it ends up being like. But so that's exciting. I'm going to be working on that over the next few days. Um, should be submitting all that Tuesday. But again, I'm not, I don't consider myself a really attractive guy or like a knockout guy. So I've never really thought, oh, I'm going to be a model. It's just these sorts of things come your way, and yeah, it's a cool experience. And yeah, I do have a lot of mods and stuff, right? So, it would be cool to get a little bit of recognition, I guess. Um, so there's that. And then the other one that I wanted to talk about today was I finally got my teardrop shaped plugs, or tunnels rather, so got those in there. And they're really comfortable, and they don't bow like my circular tunnels were doing for quite some time. Yeah, they're probably going to be a lot more comfortable because the other ones were always bunching up. Almost all pictures of me since I moved my ears up again. I won't even say stretched because again, my ears were about an inch, the main lobes at one point. But I decided an inch was too big, so I downsized quite a bit so that I could stretch out the second holes, and then obviously I stretched out even more holes. But so anytime you had bigger ears, it's easier to get back to those sizes. So last, I'd say probably 2 months ago, I decided to size up again to 22 millimeters. And since doing that, they haven't been sitting right with the second holes, so I had to order teardrops. Now the teardrops took quite a while to get here, and I was happy to see that they're finally here today. So that was cool. And they even just not just from the comfort and them sitting right, that's cool on its own, but I actually like the look of them too. Gives them a bit more of a style. And like my tunnels weren't circle anyway, they were like a weird square shape because of just the pushing together of the two holes. So still waiting for my septum, my custom septum jewelry, the 20 millimeter Delrin from South Shore Adornments. Hopefully that'll be here within the next week. That was sent around the same time. And then I've got a Labray oval. It's slightly different shaped. It's going to be like the one I got recently, which was a red gem inlay. I think it was a red jasper. This is going to be a black obsidian, so it'll be black with a silver encased black gem. And I'm really looking forward to that. I think that I should have ordered that one to begin with, but I don't know why I thought the red one would be cool. I'm going over something I've already talked about quite a bit. So, but yeah, this is healing great. No problems. I like how it connects everything. I've just got like a whole solid stream of it black there. Next week we'll be hitting right in here and probably a little bit more. Like we might even take out this thing and maybe run this guy over too that time, because this arm needs some work, and that much isn't going to be enough to fill the 2 hours I normally go. I usually do about 2 hours a week. Some people ask me, how long do your sessions last? Because my artist is fairly heavy and also fairly quick, we get a lot done in 2 hours, and anytime you're just blacking out big areas, you don't want to bite off more than your body can heal. We did that one time. We went for much longer than 2 hours, and which was fine. I don't find that hard to deal with. That's easy. The longest appointment I've had was like 9.5 hours on my head. It's not about the pain of it. It's about maybe I can take it, but maybe my body can't, and maybe my body shouldn't. That's something that I've learned throughout, because there's sometimes when you'll be, oh, I can go longer. Yeah, but there's only so much your body will want to heal, and black work is incredibly traumatic, because generally when you're getting heavy black work, it's beaten in a little harder than like say you didn't have tattoos there already, then the black would go in easier. But because you have stuff you're trying to cover, sometimes you have to go over it more times than you would normally. And again, the thing with heavy black work to think about is if you're going to black something out, you're not just going to do it once, you're going to do it more than once. Because not all the black will heal the same way. So it won't be super consistent the first time. So if it's the kind of thing that's going to be worth doing once, you better be ready to do it more than once. I'm thinking probably by the time I'm done, everything will be done 2 to 3 times, and then there'll be touch-ups throughout the year, years, just like any other tattoo. But yeah, just one more time, I'm not blacking out the back. So anyone who was worried about that, that's not happening. I want to say that over and over because I cannot believe how many people were upset about me blacking out my back. Oh, one more thing I wanted to talk about was I had posted a picture of my head tattoo today, like the skull, which you can't see because I've got hair, obviously. How I love having hair. But I have my whole skull tattooed. It's one of my nicest tattoos. You can see it on this channel. That's one of my first videos I posted. It's like an ancient vampire, like kind of like a Dracula or Nosferatu. And yeah, it's really, really well done. And I really love that tattoo. Obviously, when I have hair, you can't ever see it. And I posted a picture a few months ago. One of me with hair and one of me bald. And I'm always kind of curious what people prefer. Because I can go either way. And I really wish that I could just be bald for a day and enjoy my nice head tattoo and then have hair again. Because I think I look better with hair. I think I look a little too mean bald. Like a little too aggressive or angry bald. The hair kind of softens my image. I mean, I'm fully tattooed guy, so any softening I can get is probably a good thing. I think my mom told me it made me look 10 years older to be bald. And then the other part is, I'll have my whole life to be bald. If I ever start balding or my hair recedes too much, I'm just going to shave it off, right? But I'm always kind of curious what people think, if they prefer me bald or with hair. So if you've got an opinion on that, let me know in the comments, because people will go, just do what you want to do. Like, just don't let other people tell you what to do. And it's not about that. Calm down. Like, I'm not basing my opinion solely on, sometimes though, when you're on the fence, it's kind of nice to hear what other people think, whether they like you more with hair or bald, because we see each other one way, the world sees us another way. Everybody sees themselves a little different than the outside eye. So it's always good to get perspectives. Anyway, as I'm rambling, once again, as I usually do, this has been probably long enough. I don't mean to torture anyone here. I just wanted to go over a quick few updates, and I'll probably make a video probably Monday. And hopefully Monday I'll have my new septum jewelry to show off. That would be nice. If not, I'll figure something else out. All right, you guys have a good afternoon.